Great salutation, like your whole season. Man can't talk the crew. What the fuck, man? You know? I could stop this to do bloopers. Take two. Right? Alright, here we go.
Greetings and salutations.
There you go. I'm the host, Season Don. Man can't talk the crew.
Man can't talk the crew.
That's if you're nasty.
Roddy Pipers. AKA if you nasty.
Why you pause like that? Why you pause like that?
Who told you that?
You're right. That's what he looked like, right? Who told you that?
Who told you that?
Who told you that?
They lying. I'm letting you know that right now. They lying.
All right, so look, we're gonna get right into it. We'll get to some funny, some basic ideas before we get to some serious shit. We'll get to the serious shit on the last note. First of all, let's talk about BMs and BDs.
What's BMs?
Baby mamas and baby daddies.
Baby mamas and baby daddies.
Yeah, man.
Well, my baby mama's my wife, so I ain't got much to say there.
That's a fact. You just ain't got nothing really to do with you. You got a wife at home. Lovely wife that I might love dearly.
I ain't saying
nothing. Mama before she was your wife?
Good question.
Yeah, she was my baby mama.
Before the wife?
Before my wife.
Yeah, but y'all was shit. Look.
But then we was already locked down like
y'all just
married. Like 5 years, 6 years already in before my kid came.
Yeah, he might listen. With the minute he decided to get Swider pregnant, this is where he was. She wasn't let that nigga.
As soon as he busted nut, he came down. So I'm gonna start getting the base.
You listen though. It was like you see Norbit. You see Norbit.
He acted like one of them old people that be on that fucking insurance commercial, like acting like their parents and shit.
He's like, I level on those.
The reason why I said the subject of BDs and BMs is because I've been hearing a lot of things where BMs and BDs are separated now, and for a few years or so, and they seem to have a problem about who their significant other have around their child. My thing is, I can respect it to an extent, because at some point, Stella got to get her groove back too, right?
Yeah.
And as men, I'm not even gonna go there.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
And I'm just serious. I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. There's a bunch of guys on the panel. This is what the fucking TI is.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? I know from a guy's point of view. I mean, what's your point on that? Now, I would say before you guys give your opinion, I would just give you mine. I'm all right with it. You can discipline my child to an extent. You feel me? And I always felt like, especially, I had sons. And so I was in a situation where my BM allowed her husband to chastise my son in a way where he was putting his hands on my child. So, for me, it was several levels of disrespect, because for one, I knew the nigga from the block, and that's not even my issue with the situation, because at this point, me and my baby mother have been separated for as long as that boy has been alive in there.
Right.
So that ain't the problem. The problem with the situation was I used to see him out in the streets not knowing that they were married. And all he would talk about was, our football days and, on the block and who we know and the conversation. And I know. If he had a problem with my son, this was his opportunity. He'd be like, hey, C's, look, fuck with your baby mama, your son, me and him not really going on. Is it possible you can talk to him and we can all sit down together? Now, as a man, I'd have been like, yes. And you know what I would have told my son? You ain't gotta like him, but respect him because he is the new man of the house.
Right.
That don't mean go and disrespect him. That don't mean for him to tell you obscene things to do. But if he's the man in the house, he asks you to do something, please respect it. If there's any problems in this discrepancy, this is where I come in at. And I will rectify it. Other than that, have a nice fucking life in this household, you're all set. That's just man shit to do.
Right, that's a man up thing to do.
So, with that being said, for you to say this and then put your hands on my son, knowing that's little C's, Now, once again, you might not know me in a way where you know I would lose my shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because all you know of Caesar is the smiling, laughing, joking one, as most ones do. There's only a handful that knows I get it in. But that's how I like it. So, when you lose car windows and sugar you put in your tank, and I beat the shit out of you, you take me to court for my money, this is what happens when you violate. So I get why people are skeptical about bringing their significant other, ex-significant other, bringing in somebody else. But it's got to be levels to the shit.
Right.
And respect to the shit, too, because, you know, you got to expect the fact that your partner not going to be single forever. If you had a baby by it, trust me, no matter what the fuck she looked like, someone else will be in that shit too.
Hell yeah.
And she can be one eye with here and one back there. But she got a fat ass on Instagram, guess what? She could be somebody else's baby mama too. See where I'm going with this? Well, I just want y'all opinion about it. Not necessarily you because you ain't got those issues. And kind of, I mean, you could probably speak about it.
Yeah, I can speak on it on a couple angles. I mean, I've been on both sides. You know what I'm saying? On occasion I got a little bit of seniority up in here, so I can't say I didn't been around the block, but I made it to like the corner and like.
Hey, we made it to the corner and back. It's all right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But I always looked at it like, for instance, I waited real late to have kids in life. I probably waited the latest out of all of us to actually have my first kid late in life. And it was because I wanted to have kids by somebody or have kids with somebody that had a certain type of respect for it's an adult world, it's a kid world. Shit shouldn't mix.
That's a fact. I respect that.
So, like, when I met, you know what I'm saying, my current, she had, like, I'm a stepdad. So, you know what I'm saying, she had a child. I couldn't meet that child for a minute. It was months and months down the road, and it was in a controlled environment, and then it slowly escalated to like going to the park and shit like that. And I looked at that as like, if we ever break up, that's how she gonna treat. You know what I'm saying? The next, you know what I'm saying?
That's a lot. That's great brownie points right there. You went from here to right there just by how she handled the situation. That's respectful.
If you handle me like that, you gonna handle the average person like that. Because up until I was me, I was average. I was just, you know what I'm saying? I was just a nigga that was interested in you.
Right.
At a point. You know what I'm saying? Everybody start off like that.
But my thing with that, it's like a, I don't know, I'm kind of, because my thing is, if my significant other is talking with somebody, I don't want it to go so long before, like, I'm not saying, like, parade them around my kid, but it need to happen a little sooner than later, because I don't want you to get so wrapped up in this next motherfucker that when they meet the kid and the shit ain't cool, you still wrapped up in this motherfucker. Yeah. And now you got my kids in a situation where...
Because trust me, if it's one of those niggas that's separate the relationship from the kids don't love them. Because you do get the motherfuckers that come in and it's only about the kids as much as they can get the pussy. And then there's weird motherfuckers like motherfuckers at the table. Like, I still think with all like ex's kids, they still call me Uncle Pluck and they still give me love out in the streets because I always look like it's not even the kid's problem. No. And I mean, but the crazy part is speaking about being stepdads and shit like that, because it also goes into a lot of what we're gonna talk about before we get to the serious shit. What I've noticed is that it's crazy how we as men will accept women with children than a woman accepting a man with children. And I've been told, even though I got grown ass fucking men, oh shit, you got kids, and you're all set. So I can only imagine what it's like for a guy that has, say he got custody of a baby and maybe his baby mama passed away and he has a child. Well, you gonna hold that against him because he has one. He could be the best thing that could have been for you too.
Right.
That's crazy.
It's funny you say that because I've been there before, but recently my shit has been the other way around. Like, I've had females like, yo, oh my God, you such a good dad.
Well,
like,
majority of females,
like
parenthood turned them on. A
yes.
majority. You get a couple.
That
That's just like, yo,
but
I don't want that. I don't want to have to worry about who's gonna babysit your kid when we go through. I know there's females like that, but it's also females that.
But that's
a lot of the ones I've been meeting lately.
But
like,
do any of those have kids?
Some do, some don't.
It probably like 50-50.
Yeah, it's been 50-50.
It'd probably be 50-50. I'll
I
give
mean,
it 50-50.
but that also say that you could be you're a possible family man, and if females is looking for that kind of quote unquote when we get into this soulmate thing up there in a minute, and I mean you got all the symbols of family man. You work the 2 jobs and you take care of your kids. As a female, what else do they want?
Like, oh, I know this nigga ain't.
You know what I'm
Ain't got
saying?
time to run
Like,
the streets.
okay, like he might have got 3 baby mamas, but I ain't gonna fuck about what happened there. You feel me? His oldest child is so his youngest is this. There's a possibility I can get into that. You feel me? And turn that shit so hard, I'm gonna fuck this kid, don't live with him. They come and visit. I could deal with that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I could do part-time.
And your kid's not bad.
Right.
That's another boat.
Right,
Yeah, yeah.
right. So, you know, but it's still
Listen, I don't mind a woman with kids, but man, I do not like a woman with bad kids. That showed me like, if you can't control your kids, that means you ain't got control on the rest of your shit in your life.
Okay, it's bad as hell, man. These little motherfuckers are
Because
bad.
you made these motherfuckers and you can't even control them.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you ain't got control on none of the other shit in your life. I know your finances is fucked up. Your credit probably bad.
He said the pussy trash.
Okay, so you know what?
No, that's probably the only good thing going.
Well, since you brought up, and the only thing fucked up in your life is suck up on breaking in relationship baggage and how to handle that. Because that's a difficult thing to do.
It all depends on what the baggage is, because everybody got baggage.
I think the important thing with baggage is motherfuckers got to be honest about the baggage. I think if motherfuckers are honest about the baggage, whoever receiving the knowledge can make an honest decision. You
Like,
know,
nigga,
you
we
know what
can't-
the fuck you can do.
We can't
what
be
you
6
can't
months
do.
down the line and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I forgot I had this big ass fucking
Yeah.
50 fucking pound bag that I forgot to
Like,
drop
I ain't tell you I
off,
was a
and I'ma
stripper.
drop it
Like,
right
hold
here
up, what
on
the
mat.
what, bitch? No,
That motherfucker said 50-pound bag.
hell yeah, you be shocked because I know
Like,
motherfuckers
cause,
with
like,
baggage.
'cause
Even
if a motherfucker wait that long, it ain't gonna be no little motherfucking shit that they gonna drop on you.
and that's what I'm saying. Even knowing that sometimes
But with that
ain't
being said,
100% of a problem solver,
but with that being said, though, some baggage ain't easy to spread out. You feel me? So how long do you get somebody to tell you some serious
It
baggage?
depends on what it is.
Because you know,
Because
we all got something that a
my
motherfucker
thing-
can't
my-
really come out and
my
say
thing
right
is-
off the muscle.
My thing is, okay,
smash
when
time.
when I'm first meeting a motherfucker,
When you
hold
about
on,
to
wait.
smash time,
Hold on, hold on. We gonna get to you in a second. Let this thing go. We gonna
When
get
we
to you
first
in a
meet a
second.
motherfucker, we done talked about shit where, you know, the type of shit that I've been through, type of shit that would be deal breakers for me, this, that, and the third.
But that
Listen,
depends how deep that conversation get, though. 'Cause not most motherfuckers get into that kind of deep conversation.
if I'm dating you and we fucking 6 months down the line, we done
Oh,
had
6
this
months?
conversation.
Okay,
We done had this conversation.
Okay, about
already.
6 months down the line. Okay, yeah, you had that conversation.
Yeah.
Depending on how fast this shit matured in the beginning, depends on when you had that conversation. But at least if it's more serious within that first 3 months, I done had that deep conversation about everything and what's deal breakers and this, that, and the third. So
When it comes to serious,
You-
I'll let you know immediately. so you can get the
right.
fuck on if you need
But
to.
that's
Like,
my
if you
thing.
wanna
Most
run,
people,
bitch,
that's
run.
how I feel like it should be right off the bat. Because, yo, let me decide what I can deal with. Don't fucking put me in a situation later down the line where now
Now I'm stuck. I'm dealing with this shit, so now I gotta make a decision. But now, the more you hang out with a motherfucker,
like
the
you
more
let my feelings get caught up on
Yeah.
false pretenses and then drop some other shit on me. No, drop the shit on me first and let me decide.
I feel you on that. I feel you on that.
They be like, yeah, I used to be a man. Like, oh, bitch, what?
Pull up my Facebook page for me real quick.
Yo.
Alright, well shit, we gonna move on to so why we talking about this whole like relationship thing is about the soulmates thing. My man about to pull up something for me real quick. I'm gonna read off that before we get into this
Soulmate?
thing about soulmates, hey.
I believe in soulmate.
Ah, okay, we about to get into it.
And I think when I met my wife, I think she was my soulmate. But to find out, we kind of like the same because we both Tauruses.
And it sounded like it should be some doo-wop behind that shit.
Right, that's
You know
for
what I'm
real.
saying? Like,
I felt like I almost cried. Man.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I feel like
I almost teared the fuck up, Pipers. Real talk. That's because I love y'all both, man. So that's beautiful shit.
I just think, spending 8 months in jail and shit just had me really thinking. And I'm like, when I get out, I'm just going to take care of my
I'm
kids.
gonna settle down, man.
I'm
gonna leave this Nino Brown life alone. I'm gonna put my M16 down, nigga. Put down
Okay,
my
so
crib
look.
rest.
Okay, so look, man, we're gonna get into this real quick. So I put this post about soulmates. I put, lady, why is it a must you find the so-called soulmate? You feel me?
Soulmate.
Here's
He
the
an
thing about it.
alien.
I don't believe that.
All right,
I
so
believe that shit.
I brought this up to read some of these comments, you know, so you can hear what some of the females are saying, and then I'm gonna get to my girl Nicole. Shout out to Nicole because I like your comment. My homegirl Alicia says a soulmate is someone that you connect with spiritually, mentally, and has similar traits. It's on a deeper level than sacrifice shit. I want that and I will. Being with a soulmate doesn't mean you won't have issues. It's a soul connection, not soul ties. And again, it's not sacrificed or tolerated. Okay. And then I got Mara, who says, a soulmate is an individual that has a lasting impact on your life. Your soulmate is your fellow traveler on the journey of life. You need one another to grow beyond the limitations of your individual selves. Nah, my homegirl Nicole, shout out to Nicole. She said, it's not a must for me. People kill me with the soulmate, soul tie shit. Oh, he my twin flame, fuck out of here. I used to be like that. How many times you gonna say that through the years? Fuck out of here. I'm looking for someone who's solid and gonna love me for me, accept my flaws and all like I will for them. I want to know if I'm sick, will you still hold me down? I want to know if my coochie's not working no more, is you gonna leave? Can I leave $1,000 on the table and you won't touch it? I want to know if God took my walking away and I'm in a wheelchair, Mom, will you still be there? If I die, I want to know, will you take my insurance money and bury me? And I got a lot more to say, but I'm just going to leave it there. That's real talk right there. See that did to me sounds more like life than trying to find somebody that's...
See, that's kind of what I think. I feel like it's not a soulmate. I feel like...
I can't say it's soulmate.
I feel like you think in life you go to find somebody that you can love unconditionally and hope that motherfuckers like you and that motherfuckers deal with your shit.
Yeah, that's basically like, can you put up with my shit and can we get along and function on multiple levels?
Right.
Financially, kid wise, sexual wise, can we be at least a 7 or 8 and above in all these motherfucking categories? I don't believe in soulmates because soulmates would intend that everybody has one. That's the definition. Everybody's supposed to have a soulmate.
Because if I got a
rapists,
soul,
murderers,
everybody got a soul. So
everybody's supposed to have a fucking soulmate. R. Kelly got a soulmate. And his soulmate might not be 14. His soulmate might be 48. Yeah. Nobody fucking knows.
When did she turn 48?
When did he turn 48? In 19.
That's always an alien.
I can't with you, nigga. See what happens.
I mean, real shit. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to R. Kelly. I hope you hold it down. But I mean, shit. I mean, you're not gonna find your yin and your yang and shit because that's bullshit. You'll waste so much time in life. Life is short. You'll waste decades trying to find this motherfucker.
Like, passing over a good motherfucker. Like, no, you're not my soulmate.
You're not my soulmate.
I'm waiting on my soulmate. Bitch, you 57 years old. Like, your soul almost gone. Your soul you about to have Jesus as your soulmate.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Shit,
I don't know. I can't marry Jesus. I like him. He cool. We people. But you know what I mean?
Hey, the only one that's supposed to be married to Jesus is nuns and priests. Well, we see how that works out.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
that's a whole nother.
They married Jesus, but they
that topic get real deep. That topic get real deep.
Tommy, that's what.
Sorry.
That topic get real deep. You got to hold on that one. Good Lord.
Like I actually used to date a woman. I won't put her name out on here, but she might be watching. She liked flats, and I like drums. That don't mean we soulmates. It's just one of the things that we had in, common.
We can get 10 wings to make sure all these shit's gonna be gone.
All these shit's gonna be gone. 5 and 5, bitch. You already know. Like I said, we straight. And it come with 2 blue cheeses. You get a blue cheese? I got a blue cheese.
So
boom.
bring your drums over here.
Hell yeah.
Over there.
Hell yeah. I was like, hold on, what's that? Because that, okay, it's a flat. I was double checking. It had a lot of sauce on it. I was watching
Like,
it.
I don't know. This drum kind of flat-ish.
Flat-ish.
This chicken said, what we gonna do with this wingy one?
Yeah, right.
The nub.
Yeah.
The nub. Shit, we get rid of that.
Real quick before we end this, let's talk about these youth shootings. This 6-year-old shooting his
Man,
teacher.
we gotta stop playing with guns, man.
And this
We need to
14-year-old shooting his
stockpile
11-year-old.
for the zombie apocalypse.
Yo, the crazy
That's not no
thing
seriously though. This is
but,
crazy.
The crazy thing I heard was like the 6-year-old was still in police custody. Like, what the like?
How the fuck is this even happening at a 6-year? I mean, I know this is extravagant. I don't even know how you even handle
But like
this.
to me, it's definitely on the parents with that because not even just a gun. Like, what is you exposing your 6-year-old to know that they said they got in a confrontation, an altercation with the teacher, and then put the gun. Like,
So that mean he had it on him already.
but the thought process to know that I went through this
He was
altercation.
planning on shooting that motherfucker.
Or somebody.
From breakfast.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody, you know what I'm saying? He didn't find that gun in school. He brought that shit in the backpack since homeroom with all intentions. Maybe it wasn't the cat, the teacher, but it was the cat or protect himself from somebody.
Like,
That's a fact.
like,
That's
and
a fact.
I don't, like, I would say my kids are not like the normal kids. Like, my 13-year-old is not like the fucking 13-year-olds that's out here now. Like, my 13-year-old is real chill. She, like, see, you know, she
Right,
she ain't no fast ass little thotty. She be in the fucking house doing fucking cheerleading stuff with her fucking 3-year-old sister and shit. Like,
I just want to know what the fuck are we teaching
it's
our
like,
kids
exactly.
these days, man. Like, what the fuck is
what are
happening
you
in this
exposing
household?
them to? Like,
It's too much for them to be exposed to nowadays. Like, you
It's
can't
true.
leave a kid by themselves like you used to leave us by ourselves because they got too much access to too much shit.
Too much bad shit.
You could just take YouTube alone. If we
Lord
had
have
YouTube when we
mercy.
was kids,
Yeah,
we
social
would have went
media.
fucking crazy.
Yeah, it'd be a lot
see,
worse.
like,
we had
That's
none
a
of that
fact.
shit.
I let my
Right.
kids watch the shit, but I'm still always going out there and looking like, yo, what is you watching?
They gotta
What is you watching?
censor
What is
that
you
shit
watching? Like, what is
because
you watching?
you can censor YouTube for just to be for kid friendly.
Yeah.
I mean, so that that's also on the
But it's
parents.
like
I
I
think-
feel like these people don't monitor their kids at all no more.
I heard a report where a school district was trying to sue social media because of the content that they put in, little kids, right? So I just, they was just talking about that.
Yeah, it's gotta be a level to the
I was
content, but that's also on the parents.
Right.
I can tell you right now,
But-
I can tell you my grandbaby on YouTube all motherfucking
But the
day.
parents buy the phones for their kids, and kids get. a
No,
fake
listen,
name.
I'm not even
that shit,
around my
to be honest.
grandbaby all day, but when I see her YouTube and I see her history, ain't nothing in that motherfucker that ain't supposed to be.
Yeah.
And she watch grown shit like, shout out to my grandbaby, she put me down with the two motherfucking people that got the 2 tools and they build stuff out of dirt. Whole houses and swimming pools and furniture and shit is strictly out of dirt. And she watches this shit. This is what she watching playing her toys with.
Right.
You feel me? But when I go through her joint, because I check and everybody else do, ain't nothing that motherfucker that ain't supposed to be there. You feel me? So it's all about what you show your kids. Monitor you what the fuck your kids is watching.
Right. It's like
You know if they watching Backyardigans or Backyardigans. You know what I'm saying?
See, but the problem is,
This is
you
backyard
give these kids these fucking tablets, and it's not to give them just something to play with. It's something to here, do this, so you can leave me alone.
Right.
That means you're not gonna monitor them and look at what they doing on this.
Yeah.
When I give my
6
kids this shit, it's
fucking
here. This is
years
something
old.
to do. But I'm still coming to check on you and seeing, is you still doing what the fuck you supposed to be doing
It's
when
a
I left
6-year-old with the gun that shoots his teacher. What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
And the fact that the cops had this little boy in custody as long as they had, the parents should be in custody, not this little boy. He should have been with his grandmother and his mother.
Right.
Where the fuck at? This little boy has to go get it. And he
But you
should, but his
realize, like,
parents is just as worse involved
we
as
don't-
he is. The fuck, you don't fucking
They
handle
don't
a
blame the
6-year-old like
parents
that.
enough. They make it seem like the parents is the victim. Like, no. When shit happen with your kids like this,
This is a
It's
fucking
on
6-year-old.
you.
This is a
Yeah,
fucking
it's on you.
6-year-old.
Yeah,
This
I'm
is-
still at the point where
Right,
I
but
really
you
don't
can't-
understand.
there's nothing
Like,
you could do
yes, I might
to your
understand
kid,
right
but
and wrong
whoop
to
their
an
ass, and You
extent.
can't even touch your kid.
Look, and I understand what you're
can't
saying,
even touch
but
your
this
kid
is a
now.
this is a 6-year-old shooter
I
teacher.
understand that.
The parents got to be involved in this shit some kind of way.
I think
Like, yeah,
it's-
how far did it get that he know how to fucking work a gun and bring a gun and carry a gun. I can carry it safely enough and pull it out my bag safely enough and pull it up and
I
shoot
can't even
safely
shoot a
enough.
fucking gun.
I tell you this,
Like,
man,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
that shit is a lot more than seeing it on TV. In
It
this
is.
situation,
Right.
there's a lot more than seeing it on YouTube or where the fuck the case may be. This is what he's seeing
Dude,
in his household.
Do y'all think the little kids could do jail time? I mean, just
they-
just imagine if they started arresting the kids.
Nah, they better
No,
fucking burn that shit down to the
I-
ground.
She's
it
a teacher, he
depends.
going
Like
to
certain
jail.
ages. Like,
They don't go
no,
to
I don't
camp.
think no
Kid
6-year-olds should go to fucking jail because that's not on them.
I can tell you this.
At
I
6 years
remember.
old,
hold on,
I'm
hold on.
impersonating the shit that
But a
I'm
15
seeing
but a
in
15-year-old?
my environment.
Bye-bye.
Right, look,
15-year-old.
look. I'm listen. Look,
You old
look.
enough to
I
comprehend.
say less than
14,
15.
15.
I say less than 15 because I know. Listen,
And
growing
this
up,
day, right.
without saying no names, I know some straight killers at 13, 14.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like real talk.
Right.
You feel me? But look, it is what it is. My
It's a
homegirl slit a motherfucking face 20 motherfucking times. You know what they did? They locked their ass up at 15. At 18, they tried as an adult, and their ass did 15 years. This is the old East Ferry, though. This is back in the day. New York State ain't fucking with you. I don't know how it is in other states. New York State ain't fucking with you, though. I mean, but it's still, New York State, what happened? They be knocking on us parents' door here in New York State. Like, what the fuck is you teaching your kids?
Right.
CPS had to put that little motherfucker somewhere, and the parents hasn't been in the bin.
Right.
It wouldn't be no fucking handcuffs on no 6-year-old, no.
And right after,
Where the fuck
right
is
after
you
they
go-
said they fucking that kid shot, the parents have been charged with
Yeah.
Right. Aggravated assault, attempted murder, all types of shit.
child
endangerment, everything. They man threw that parents all part of that motherfucker here in Buffalo. I know that.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
For the
Don't
shit
let
that
it be
did,
black
for the shit, for the
That's one
shit.
thing I can say about New York State. We don't play. Your kids fucking up, and it's at that age where we know, like,
Yeah.
this ain't on them like that. It's
Yeah.
on y'all.
Like, hold on.
Now,
Y'all get
now,
fucked
now,
up.
now, now we gonna fast forward to this 14-year-old shooting this 11-year-old. Or her little ass is done.
Yeah.
Because it's a chick. It's a little girl.
Yeah.
I shot the 11-year-old boy. Her ass is done. She's 14. You know better. I know you know better.
Yeah.
You're all
yeah.
set. Sit it down, sir,
that ain't
now.
no, I didn't know it was wrong. I didn't know.
Nah, B. Nah, B.
No.
That's
Nah,
that age
B.
where
And I'm sorry.
I might have to have you sit down with a psychologist so I can see where your mental is at. Because you might be
And I
adult
listen,
time.
But
listen,
you're
and
gonna
I-
be locked up somewhere. You're gonna be locked up in jail or locked up in a mental institution. You're gonna be locked up somewhere.
And this is the, and this is the
You're gonna be
shit.
somewhere.
And nobody wants to hear this, but this is the shit Kanye talking about. All the music and everything is in the narratives. I shoot you, I do this, I do that. Spit your face open, battle rap, music on the radio, music on Sirius. It's everywhere. It's the narrative. They think it's okay because they famous rappers say they gonna do it all fucking day long.
Yeah.
This is all the fuck they hear. I ain't against it because I'm the type of motherfucker that rap right along with it. You feel me? But I'm a grown ass fucking man. Some of these kids don't know the fucking difference. Some of these people they idolize, all they do is so much.
But this is what my thing
fucking
is.
face.
This is my thing about music and movies and all this shit. It's so oversaturated. Can you blame it anymore?
No, I can't.
That's what I'm saying. Can you blame it? It's so
I can't.
oversaturated. Like it's so passe. It's so everyday.
Right.
That is equivalent to water or breathing or driving or anything else.
So it's
that
a
kid
lot
didn't hop in
more
a car,
to me.
but see fucking people driving all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? That 6-year-old chose what it wanted to do off of what it was taught.
Right. And what it see every fucking day, what it hear every fucking day. And it's sad to fucking say, but it's the fucking truth. It has to change some goddamn place.
But my theory is when I heard this, when I heard this
that
story,
14-year-old probably was listening to Chief Keef or something. You know?
just like
But
the,
still,
But still, right.
That
No,
6-year-old,
you know better.
When you hear, like, you know what I'm saying, like, for instance, I've heard plenty of gun stories about when people be like, oh yeah, I did this and I almost shot this and I fucking the gun bust back and hit me in the face. All these stories that I hear where motherfuckers shoot their gun for the first time and shit. So this makes me think this ain't this kid's first time shooting this gun.
That's a fact. It gets deeper than like.
You know
this
what
is
I'm
why I
saying?
say
Like, you start
these
really
parents.
thinking about it. You know what I'm saying?
Where the fuck are these parents be?
Where the fuck? You
They
knew,
actually be in the bin.
you knew to load it, you knew to
Where the
cock
fuck?
it, and
What
you
state?
knew the
What state?
safety was
You
on.
find out what state this is in? Oh, Virginia. This is in Virginia. Where the fuck is CPS? Virginia. Where the fuck is CPS?
Newport News.
And it's in Newport News. I thought that was the hood. Oh, they go CPS don't work like ours,
Yeah,
huh?
no, they must have been.
Oh
They must
man,
have been off for MLK
y'all
Day.
need
It was
Byron
off for
Jean
MLK Day.
from
It was either
CPS to
Newport-
be
it was
knocking
either
on y'all
Newport News or
motherfucking
Norfolk.
door. Yeah, y'all need Buffalo CPS at y'all door. Now, everybody go to jail.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
mama, the son, the uncles, everybody in the house.
we'll arrest
Upstairs,
everybody.
downstairs. I don't
We'll-
give a fuck if
we'll
you don't know
figure it
the
out later,
family.
yep.
We'll figure it out later.
Because they would already had a search warrant. I get you. If
Man.
it was that easy to access a gun, I know we about to find hella
and
shit.
everybody going down. Oh, somebody might get the Rico for
Hell yeah.
I mean, I'm blowing it up now, but serious. If that shit happened here, it would be hell and fire.
Depending on who they arrest in that house, somebody might be getting a RICO. You
Yo,
never know.
yeah, listen, it'd be hell and
You
hey, I
never
don't know what
know.
the fuck's happening down there in VA. Like, what the
Like, oh,
that's
you
crazy.
got 2 strikes? You come with me.
Right. Why the fuck I smell marijuana all over? What the fuck is happening?
Hell yeah.
Oh, you niggas thugs?
Mhm.
Let's go. No.
Everybody
Everybody.
go.
Everybody.
He gonna be in a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna need the paddy wagon.
Like, I'm
It's
just a
about- it's
man, I'm
about
just a
9 of 'em,
visitor.
man.
Oh, you go in suits so we figure
going
out what your home address is.
Wake the motherfuckers up next door. They going.
Yeah, everybody going.
Everybody
Everybody, the
going.
firehouse radius going to jail. Till we figure this shit out. No, for real. Because I know somebody got some tapes in their house.
Hell yeah.
Back there, I showed this little boy shoot his
Hell
gun.
yeah, but-
Somebody going
Everybody
down.
got a ring doorbell.
Ring doorbell.
That's
Yeah.
okay. Somebody
I
doing it.
see.
VA, we need to try to step that shit up. And then I don't know what state was the 14-year-old. Somebody look that up for me. Look that up for me. We'll put somebody with the fast fingers. We'll get to that. We'll see what
Fast fingers with a slow phone.
I'm about to say
I
my
sure.
phone.
So my phone is up there. Charging right now. Piper's got the pad, but he's so high right now. He don't even know what the fuck he's doing. Look, he passing the motherfucker off. This nigga wanted.
Look at that nigga. What the fuck, nigga?
Motherfucker eyes crossed like they're like, look.
I'm tired as hell, man.
said,
You want my
I'm
people?
old people sleepy.
I can't.
You old people sleepy?
I'm old people.
Plus you been frying your brain the whole time.
No, not really.
This shit, you smoked that whole
He been
motherfucker.
puffing on that
Dallas.
shit though. He'll take like 2 or 3
Dallas?
Shit out.
Yeah, I've been.
Was it the black guy?
Yeah, I'm putting it out.
Oh no, Lord, not
Black
that.
boy.
Oh,
they black
oh,
And it's a white girl.
oh. Well, I don't know. Oh Lord, have
But in
mercy.
Dallas, they let you shoot all types of motherfuckers.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what's the outcome of that. That's why I said, Lord
Yeah,
have mercy.
most days
I don't know what the
You
outcome
can
of
shoot a
that is
motherfucker
going
before
to
you
be.
can punch a motherfucker in
Yeah.
Dallas.
And that's what I'm
You
saying.
punch a nigga
Like,
in Dallas, you go to jail. You shoot a nigga, they be like, all right.
Different states got different
and
laws.
that's my whole thing
so
too,
when
real
it's-
quick,
when
before we
it's-
end this. If
you know.
every state had New York State
Oh.
gun laws as the charges, okay, what's
So-
up? What's up?
She didn't intentionally shoot.
Okay.
She was in the parking lot fighting with another girl. Shot in the direction of the girl that she was fighting.
And shot her.
Wow.
Gosh.
But I mean, still,
Still, you gotta be
But-
careful.
it is Dallas.
Oh,
The
yeah, she
laws
does.
is different. The laws is different.
All the 14-year-olds might walk around with
That's why
pistols and that
before you cut me off, that's what I said. If every state had New York State gun laws and charges, people would be walking around a whole lot fucking different.
Hell yeah.
That's a fact. Like Shrek, like yo,
She
man, they
might
don't
be
fuck
getting
around
charged
here.
with fucking. They said 14-year-old is being held at a juvenile justice center and is expected to be charged with murder. They said.
Whoop. Yeah, there we go. There it
I
is.
guess the gun laws ain't that. They was like, hey,
Hey,
if
bitch.
he was 18, we'd let you shoot him.
You're a real piece of shit for that. You're a real piece of shit for that.
We gotta do something about it.
But no, real talk though, like this.
Newport News.
Newport News, yeah, we like as a community, as a people, whatever the fuck the case may be,
Right.
we gotta do better. It
gotta
gotta
stop
get
shooting
back.
each
We
other.
gotta get back to it. Take a village to raise these motherfuckers. Because apparently you can't do it on your own. With that being said, have a good night. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you. Man K Talk.
That's a fact. We love you.
Love you.
Peace.